Okay. Well, folks, I hope that you can hear me well enough. I have two things recording. Welcome to HoodBilly Haven. I have set myself up a printing room, not quite a studio at any point yet, but honestly, like online stuff is not what I really want to do. But what we're going to do today, folks, is here I have my AnyCubic Go. My AnyCubic Go is a little over a year and a half old at this point. A few months back when the K3 came out, alright, let me restart that. My AnyCubic here, when I first bought this printer, I bought it strictly for the price. That was it. It looked like a tinker toy compared to like my two trees, which I already had over there. And my trunk, see behind the camera right now, is bigger than this, but and also dual extrusion, has a laser. This thing looked very simplified, but again, the price was right. So I bought it. I got it out of the box, put it together in about 20 minutes, and it actually printed PACF, no problem, which is PLA carbon fiber, which frankly amazed me. But a short while after having it, it started showing some heat bed problems. It started airing out, saying halting the printer, and blah blah blah. So I let AnyCubic know, and at this point, when I let them know this was my fourth printer. Well, it was the third printer I bought, but I had four printers by the time I was telling AnyCubic I was having a little problems with this one. I had already had another printer that was very problematic. I wasn't getting much help with it, so I wasn't expecting a lot of help from AnyCubic, to be honest, because I'd already heard some pretty bad reviews about their customer service. Quickly, AnyCubic has not paid me a dime to say a word that I'm saying. What I'm telling you is, when I reported the fact that the heat bed was bad, they asked me for a video. I sent them a video. I had already looked it up and said, if it is the heat bed, it's $20. I got this. I didn't pay a lot for the printer. I just needed to know that it was fixable, blah, blah, blah. They, in return, sent me the heat bed. So I fixed it. All right. At that time, I got good customer service from them. So I'll tell you a little bit here what we're going to do now. I'm going to get started on this. They've actually, I will finish the story so that you know where we're at today. All right. So they sent me the initial heat bed. I fixed the printer. It's been up and running. It's printed great for me for a long time. I told them about this new problem as I found out. When I saw their customer service way back when they sent me this heat bed, I asked about multicolored printers. At that time, they told me there wasn't much. They didn't have nothing coming. That they had nothing even in the works. So I went on to other multicolored printing companies, and as this one started going bad, I started noticing the K3 commercials or ads, whatever you want to call them. And I wrote to them saying, is this wrong with my Go at this time? I'm real sure it's not the same as the heat bed, but it is heat bed related. What happens now, and I do have a video of this up, when you move the bed, or if you touch the bed while it's moving, it'll stop. But anyway, so now where we're at is, they didn't do what I asked them to. That will be more in the details of the video, but what they did do is, on a printer that was well out of its warranty, send me a brand new motherboard and Y-axis motor. So, even though this is on their website and very simple, it's color coded, it's four bolts or 4 screws on the outside for the board, and 4 screws to take the board itself out. First thing you want to do before you ever start working on anything, folks, is make sure there's no power to it. And it's not a bad idea if there hasn't been power to it for a little while, especially something like a 3D printer that can hold power. Then you're going to want to figure out where you can set it best without crushing cables and this sort of stuff. So you use your noggin, push cables out of the way, get her nice and stable somewhere. Right in here, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the 4 screws I do believe we have to remove. And we do appear to be recording on 2 devices, so I sure hope that I can be heard okay. Whatnot, because I know I'm not the best at this video making stuff, but when it comes to fixing your stuff, I promise you I can do that. That's going to be good. And I suppose I should be doing this a little more properly. I actually do have a little magnetic dishes and all that good stuff. But this really is a very simple, and I know that's the worst thing anybody can do is sit here and tell you how easy it is going to be before it's done. Because, of course, it will go as wrong as possible. You have to crack this window. It's very hot in this room. So, 2 screws. Yeah, I think they're all there, so we'll hold off on the dishes. Thought I had one in here, but I don't see it. Still don't have my solder station or rework station, whatever you want to call it, where I tear the electronics completely apart and put them back together. I don't have that station set up yet. It's going to be over there in that corner. But what I had set up and what was working for me is out in the other room of the house, because I had different plans than doing this from my home. But at this point, I have all the equipment necessary, all the skills necessary. I just can't find a building that I can afford necessary. So we're going to do it the hard way, folks. So if you need something 3D printed in the local area, you'll get my outstanding customer service and my perfectionist attitude. Now, just so you are aware, everybody, this has little clips that's holding it on. There's also, if you ever see a fan like this, 9 times out of 10, if it's this close out here, even when you can't see the screw bolts out here, if it's this close to the outside edge, it's probably attached to something like a wire, that goes from the fan. That's going to come with this piece. So even though it's going to take a little bit of prying here at the same time, you kind of got to be careful. Not to mention you don't want to pinch into your other legs. I don't know exactly how these clips work. We're going to try to take it out this way. See what we get. That's what we don't want to do. Trying to keep that. It's not going to work. I don't want it to smash down no more, so we'll do it like that. All right. Gotta figure out how this thing's on there. And again, it's clips, folks, so you don't want to just pull them until you at least figure out where they're at. Maybe one of my little tools here will help me. I don't know, I've not figured these things out, so they don't really do nothing for me, but you're supposed to be able to run around things. I got oil on this thing. Oh. I have upstairs neighbors, folks, and I think they're from Alaska. Because it is 900 degrees in my house all the time. Alright, yeah, so I gotta get a rag for all this grease. That's half my problem. Every time I grab this thing, it's slipping all over the place. I got bearing grease all up on it. Can't get a grip on nothing. Alright. Alright, now that's getting on my nerves now. I know the thing pops right off because I watched him do it on the video, so it's just giving me an ass when I am just greasy, so I can't grip nothing now. Damn it. Also, why I don't like videos, because I'm over here just sweating like a pig. And trying to get stuff done here, but for some odd reason, there it is. There we go. Pain in the neck. And there's that cable I was telling you about. That's going to be attached to this board. What the heck? Yeah, it's just miserably hot in here. Anyway, now we're to the fun stuff. And again, all these cables, like I told you, AnyCubic has went as far as to color code them for us. So, I mean, it's a good idea. If these were not color coded, by all means, take a picture of what you got here. It wouldn't hurt to do so now, but I have two cameras going. I can always look back, but what I'm getting at is you're not going to be able to remember this. By all means, by fixing that, but other thing, this is probably literally a 10-minute job, but because I'm talking, walking in circles, sweating to death. What? Alright. Now these, as you see, but again, it's not, this ain't rocket science. None of this here is going to be rough at all. Your stepper motors, they pretty much can only reach where they go. So my suspicion is all this is easy come, easy go. There is no power, so it literally doesn't matter, but you should always try for positive on, negative off type stuff. Again, there's no power to this, so it does not matter. Oh, come on. Oh, man. This little girl, that's why I call her little. She is tiny. Let me just say it. We're working on it. Use both hands. I can't push on her or nothing because she just slides all over. And if you forget which one's positive and negative, I mean, it's on the board somewhere if you look close enough, but this one it's easy enough to just know the positive is on the inside. Okay, stepper motors are coming off. Okay, and it looks like they got little thread or something attached. Oh, it's got, yeah, they do got some little plugs on them, so be careful there, folks. Let me say that's other motherboard. Let's see what we got here. Because it didn't show me anything in that video on their site about and it certainly don't look like there's anything on there. I don't know. Looks like we might have some. Oh, I bet you it's that motherboard silicone stuff. Yeah. No worries. I don't think it was supposed to be on this part. or anything, or maybe they did put it on there. It looks like it's on all of them. Alright, what I can do, what some companies do is it's like Loctite for electronics, basically. So you might have to get these plugs a pretty good tug. Don't be scared. Number one, it's an old motherboard, so but yeah, you can see where it is right here. This little red goop stuff. It gets put on after everything's plugged in. And really all it does is, well, stops what we're doing right now. Makes it a big pain in the neck. So I have to leave to grab pliers because I didn't come prepared. I do like my printing room here at the Haven now. Live printers, and the K3 combo has its own closet, basically its own enclosure. It's an entire room instead of just, but it is climate controlled and whatnot. Okay, there's our stepper drivers. Undone. We got lots of this stuff on here. Goodness. They didn't show us that in the. Oh, that's nice. The hot end has got it put. That is pretty sweet. So again, now this one's orange and yellow, but should be able to understand if you're the one taking it apart, putting it back together. Number one, most of the cords only reach so far. And I'd love to tell companies not to put that stuff on there no more, but at the same time, the minute they stop doing it, shipping and whatnot, things will go wrong. Sorry if my head's in the way. I don't do this very good, like I said. I don't want people to walk around knowing me because I can change a motherboard in a 3D printer. Even when it's a pain in the neck. Alright, let's see if we can't get this thing out. Alright. See that cord? It's not really labeled, but just stick it down there. It's the only one with 3 prongs way over here. You know, like I said, it's not rocket science. Our green one's empty. Let's not forget that. Oh. And I am using pliers, as you can see, because you don't really want to just tug on the wires. I mean, in most cases, it's gonna work. But, and now you got 2 blue ones, but again, 3 and 2 prongs only, so this ain't real rocket science here, folks. Once you're certain you got everything unplugged except that last ground wire, and again, let's not forget, it is a ground wire and necessary. Oh, we have to switch our bits again. We'll just keep this one handy though, because we're going to need it. And again, AnyCubic has supplied all the parts for this fix today. And I don't know that they're sure this is going to work. In the email they sent me, They just basically said, we're gonna send you a new motherboard and motor. Because this motherboard here, you can't, stepper drivers on it, you can't plug in different ones. It's not designed to have different stepper drivers. Come on, don't make me break all matter magnet. Alright. And remember, ground. Keep it. You know, I try to keep that. I'll tell you why. See, when I first started doing this, I bought a G-Tech A30. Yeah. Oh, I forgot this big old cable there. And I will say about that G-Tech A30 is, oh, I forgot my memory card, guys. Trying not to do silly stuff like that, but whatever. Anyways, back to my G-Tech. That was a treat. I plugged it into the wall. Whoops, same wall that I put several other printers into at the time. And it makes a couple of sizzling noises, pops real loud, and then, well, I don't think I have to tell you it didn't work. So, and G-Tech had decent customer service, just they didn't have a fix for my problem, whatever. I don't think I was the problem. Again, other printers work great in the same place. So, but anyways, what I'm getting at is, so they sent me a whole new motherboard and everything too, just to see. And I put that all back together and whatnot. And same thing. Plugged it in. I even used a different outlet within the house because I was kind of worried about that, you know, maybe. But no, absolutely not. It had nothing to do with my electricity or anything. Both times, the board simply, two capacitors on the board simply blew up. So that's one of the 7 printers that went back. Well, 2 printers went back. 7 printers have gone through my fingers. Getting worked on, tore apart, put back together. I got a couple more videos coming up real soon. Because my 2 trees over there has already been modified for a direct drive, but I know I'm changing out the high and whatnot. I figured I might as well take a break and do it all on this. Yada yada. So now we're just right back to where, remember, ground screws in. I forget, we can get all the big ones right out of the way and then you won't forget where they were either, you know. Some things are self-explanatory, others are not. At the same time, anything's going to be a hassle once it's in, and you know, plan accordingly. Okay, getting old. Hunched over like that takes a lot on me. Okay, now we're back to just reconnecting our power. And what do we say? Positive goes on the inside on this guy. So This one's easy enough. Put it back in there where it was. Tighten it down, check it. Remember, positive on, there you go. Positive on. Sure hope I just didn't do something stupid. I don't think so. I just put the same motherboard back on because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I'll be a little disappointed in myself. But no, I don't think I did. Be able to tell them from that, so. Because, if that's all over there, there'll be some red crap on it. And I'm quite certain it is, folks. Like I said. But no. Okay. And that's that. I say that because that was loose on this one over here too, but not the other one. Yeah, this is the old one. Okay. Hot in here, folks. I apologize for that. I mean, I know it ain't bothering you a bit, but it's making me complain. Okay. Eyeballs. And we're back to this guy. And go down like this. Let's go right here in this little red hole. Oof. Did they have that on there? That is the strangest part I've ever seen. Oh, I see that it is there. All right. That's what I was talking about, folks. We pulled the plug on that one. Because of that red stuff. Which means this is going to be a real pain in the neck. I don't know, I got a solution or two. We got her. All right. The game's beginning. A perfect example of what a pain in the neck that stuff can be. All right, nothing like trying to get your hand right in the way of your light and all that other good stuff on the way. And this had a spot come out or something that didn't get pinched. Trying to make sure it still does. Oh, I don't know how I got this thing so easy. It sure is. What the hell? I will say this thing comes off very hard, it goes on just as hard. For a clippy, there's like no groove that it fits in. And I did get mine a little too greasy because I can't grip it at all. So I don't know quite how I got it that greasy, to be honest. That was weird. But it was that greasy. But these clips here that work right here, I just guess I don't see how they attach. Therefore, I struggle to get into place. There we go. Yeah, it just clips in and out very, very hard, folks. See over there. And any luck for yourselves, don't have a lot of grease on that thing. But there we are. Everything's back in place. Put our screws back in here, and then we'll get to changing that motor, which is not going to be much more difficult than this is. Well, hold on, I'm talking. I'm not making any progress right there. I don't know why. I gotta go wash my hands. That is ridiculous. Where did all that grease come? Alright, sorry about that, folks. It got very greasy up in here. I can't function when you can't hold on to nothing. It's not going to help with everything already being greasy, but I'll figure out why we're not getting into the holes we're supposed to be. That's all. Okay, we are. Never mind. I don't know what happened the first time around. It was greasy. Well, just greasy. And yeah, so next time I work in here, folks, I will have some air on because it was smoldering in this room. Alright. We have completed the motherboard change on the AnyCubic Kobra build. Now, stand it up. Nicely, hopefully not on no cords or nothing. And this motor back here is going to be fairly easy to change, like I say, because that should be the screwdriver we need. We should just have to loosen this belt. This should be our new motor. And it should really be. Oh, I can just go ahead and unplug it right away. And they sent the motor with the spindle and everything right on it, so. And again, if you have a little magnetic bowl, I suggest using them, but I didn't find this job to be huge. I didn't even bring a pair of needle nose. I didn't think I'd need them. This little screwdriver set gets me through more things. And there you are. Wow. That is lithium grease right there. There should not be that much there. Oof. Goodness, butterfingers. But when I talked to AnyCubic, I told them I did not suspect that motor was bad because I swapped it off with another motor that I had. So I'm not going to just pitch that motor because, like I said, I don't think it's bad. with that screw right there. I started at the top here, so I just had one to hold it, but I didn't even put that in all the way. I went to that one right away because it's not hard to reach. And there you see it, folks. 4 screws, 1 plug, and a belt tensioner. And you can change this motor. There, my friends. Unfortunately, unless I plug it in over here somewhere, I don't currently have an outlet running all the way over here from my go. Oh, and I still got that in the way. That's where the failed print took place. Let's see what I can do here. One more cord is over there. Well, I'm fairly innovative when I'm trying to do something. Never do that, folks. Get it plugged into this thing first. What happened in here? Never did that before. Very strange. We'll have to fix that now too, but that's no big deal. That's for right now. I got a great idea how it's perfect. That is strange though. I didn't do that before. Alright. Anyway. That. She was turned on too. That was probably not intentional, but. Whew. And again, very hot, very hot, very hot. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. She's running, folks. I'm sweating. In case you haven't watched any of my other videos that talk about a clean bed, that's it. The bed's clean, folks. is just going, that's not cool. Alright, it's probably enough tension. When you set a bed, you want some resistance, but you don't need a whole lot. The belt's got some teeth, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna grab. So the first thing we're gonna do is, well, hopefully get it out of. I'm gonna try to start over because everything's in Chinese. Never seen that before. Maybe they sent me the wrong motherboard altogether, hey? That would be poopy. I can't remember the menu, but I imagine I can find it somewhere. Everything out here is in English, but yeah, except right there, AnyCubic Kobra Go. Well, I guess I don't really, home in and auto level and all that. Thank you. Found it. Alright. Now I gotta hurt my tape. If you ever get stuck there, folks, second one up from the bottom of the menu will be English. Alright, so it does not appear to be the kind of broke it was. Because even though I tried to stop it, it kept moving afterwards. No, it's not letting go though. Alright. And I hope you guys can see from over there, but this will help too. Alright. What we're really doing here is that. Yeah, that is much better. Thank you, AnyCubic. Thank you, Jeff Suarez. And again, if you need any help from AnyCubic, their customer service, Jeff and/or Suarez have been perfectly spectacular. So don't let anybody fool you. Every fix you saw here today was not sponsored by, it was just paid for by AnyCubic. They kept their warranty a year and a half into it. And their K3 in my closet over here runs like a champ. So if you're looking for a new printer, you're looking for printer advice, whatever, AnyCubic can help. From the haven to you, have a blessed day.